Black Clover and Naruto. Oh, fuck, Naruto. Black Clover and My Hero Academia have been compared since who knows how long at this point. Personally, I don't think there's much to compare aside from like a few things. Everything else is like general shonen stuff that every single fucking shonen uses. Anyways, I thought it'd be fun to compare both series' main heroines. Noelle Silva versus Ochako Uraraka. Yeah, let's see where this goes. Let's get started. Well, first, before we get started, please like and subscribe, and now let's get started. I'm gonna start off with Noelle Silva simply just cause that's the name I said first. I'm only gonna be talking about the writing, not anything else, just how well they're written. Now, Noelle Silva definitely falls into the positive change arc category. Positive change arc pretty much just has your character going from believing a lie, which is something negative they believe about themselves, or something destructive they believe about them, to believing the truth, which is rejecting that lie that they believe about themselves or the world and adopting a more positive outlook on both. You know, essentially character development, character growth. I mean, we kinda see this in Noelle. In Noelle, in the beginning of the story, she ain't shit, let's be honest. The lie that she believes brought on by physical and verbal abuse from her siblings ever since she was a fucking child is that she'll never amount to anything and that she's useless and blah 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 blah. Essentially thinks that she's a mistake, like an abomination. Well, maybe not that far, but you get it. Now this affects her mental state and affects her ability to control her magic. She's kinda just rolling around doing pretty much just nothing until the capital with the zombie arc or whatever the fuck it was called. When Fuegoleon tells her that being weak is nothing to be ashamed of, just like staying weak is, that's when she decided to, grow and actually prove her family wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong, she did have moments of growth before that, during the arc 1, I guess, when they were fighting Heath, that ice guy. From the zombie arc, things really start to get good. See, from then Noelle has more, mental blocks and whatnot. Breaks down a few more times, but every single time this happens, she used the people around her, the positive influences, to bring her back up. She learns from them, doesn't rely on them for protection and shit. Every single time she learns from them, she rejects that lie that she believed for years and gets better and better and better throughout the entirety of the story. From chapter 5 until chapter 100 and something, I'm not really sure what the chapter was when she gets her Valkyrie dress. Or episode 5 to episode 108. From being pretty much useless because she couldn't control her magic to being like a support character, from time to time because she started to learn how to control her magic and use, magic tools to help her. And from that to being a soldier in the front lines, essentially. I mean, from the beginning of the story, they did tell us that she has mana on Power the Wizard King, so if she never had that trauma, if she never had that mental block that was brought on by her and her siblings and society, then she would have done just fine from the beginning. But nah, we have to earn seeing her grow and stuff, bro. I guess it just makes it that much more effective. Now we gotta be honest, she's one of the baddest bitches in the entire series. Definitely a well-written character. And confident as hell as compared to, the beginning of the story where she wasn't really confident, she was always putting on a facade. Yeah. Now moving on to My Hero's poster girl, Ochako Uraraka. Now Ochako's definitely a positive flat character, meaning they already knew the truth coming into the story, so they don't really have to change all too much. Yeah, some things will come along that shake that truth, but for the most part they will always go back to knowing the truth. Always go back to their, character. Ochako does have glory moments here and there, but if I'm being honest, it's not really much to write home about. She's not a bad character, she's a pretty good one, it's just that, I think they could have just done a lot more with the character, dude. If I'm not mistaken, she wanted to become a hero because it puts smiles on people's faces and because, it'll get their parents' money, essentially, her and her parents. When I think about that, I think, is that really a good enough motivation to, go out and almost die every day to protect people you don't know? Yeah, I guess that's the nature of being a hero. It doesn't matter who you are or where you came from, you still got to do it, right? And if you feel like you have to do it. I mean, even in the arc with Overhaul, the Overhaul arc, or, she didn't really do much. She was there the whole time and we, barely saw her, that's the problem. Later on, she does, fight Toga again, but Toga escapes, and she does convince the people inside the UA to take Deku back, so That's pretty cool. After Deku decides to become a vigilante for a while, which we didn't see, which that pisses me off. Well, we did see it, we just didn't see, much of it. You could say that she's empathetic and inspiring and helps in other ways besides fighting, but Noelle does the same shit, bro. Not only that, she can also throw hands. So, yeah, she's one of the most powerful characters in the entire series of Black Clover. Keep in mind that Noelle wasn't always a powerhouse and she had to help in other ways as well. She also had to inspire people in, different parts of the series. I will give Uraraka this. She's not a bitch protagonist. She does throw hands. She knows martial arts and stuff. And her uses, like, her powers aren't exactly the greatest thing in the fucking universe, but she knows how to use her powers effectively. And after a certain point in time, she doesn't really ask people for help. She kinda just does things on her own, which is pretty cool. She does have a desire to save heroes, which is another cool thing. So, yeah. I know what this sounds like. It sounds like, I'm hating on My Hero Academia, which I'm not, man. I really like My Hero Academia. I just, can't find much to talk about when it comes to Uraraka. I've watched the movie. Also, I see a lot of people saying one bad day comes from My Hero Academia. It doesn't come from the Killing Joke Batman. And so yeah, that's it for that video. If you guys think I'm completely wrong, please fucking tell me, man. I'm willing to change my mind. Just tell me what you see that I don't see, and, I'll just decide whether or not I want to change my mind if your points are pretty good. So yeah, see you guys later.
Fly, 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 fly.